Well, now we're going to jump into the section that's on the bottom of page 12. That's our makeup. And no, that isn't talking about our cosmetics. That is our makeup of how we are put together, our organizational structure as a church. And honestly, some people say, man, this just doesn't do anything for me. I get it. It may seem a little less compelling than the discipleship strategy, but it is important for you to know how our church is made up. And in the simplest form, Jesus is the Lord of our church. He's the head of our church. We are not a franchise that answers to headquarters somewhere else. Our headquarters is in heaven. Jesus is Lord. And we don't just say that because it sounds good. That really is true. This is His church, and we want to do what He wants us to do it the way He wants us to do it. And so we keep looking to the Bible to inform both what we believe and what we do and how we do it here as a church. In practical terms, the Bible tells us that Jesus has raised up people in every church to be His under-shepherds or leaders in the church. So our church follows that biblical call, and so we are pastor or staff led. We have people that God has called to be leaders, not dictators, not to have the last say in everything, but to be leaders of our church for sure. So we are staff led by our pastoral staff team, and then we are deacon and committee served. We're so thankful that we have people who serve like on our finance team, our personnel team, and our deacons. They serve the church. They are a blessing to our staff as they come alongside us, and they take care of some very important tasks that help our church to be healthy and to function very, very well. And then we are congregationally approved. That means that our church gets together and we vote together on great big decisions. We don't vote on what kind of toilet paper to buy. I was at a little bitty church, and the first business meeting they argued over where to buy gas for the lawnmower, and it was 1 cent cheaper at one gas station than the other per gallon. And I thought, oh, what have I got myself into? We're not wasting your time or our time on silliness like that. But we do come together as a church to make the great big decisions and then to set the framework for all the other little decisions that guide how we function as a staff and as committees and as deacons. And so you will vote on things like the call of our ministerial staff. That's a church-wide vote. We vote on the budget. We vote on church officers and teachers like Connect Group leaders. And then we vote on like major changes, major movement of money or property. We vote on that together. And we vote on our Constitution that then guides how we operate as a staff and determines the boundaries of the decisions that we make or how our committees and our deacons function, that you obviously have a say in that. And we are just in a practical sense all accountable to each other to honor Christ and how we operate. And we want to be people who operate with incredible integrity and transparency and be faithful to the call that God has given us. So that's how we operate as a church. You can see, I'm not going to read those to you, the biographies of our staff on page 13 and 14. And then as far as our makeup, we are a local church that answers to Jesus. We don't answer to headquarters or anybody else, but we gladly partner with other churches to do things together we could never do by ourselves. And we have some global missions partnerships. We work with missionaries around the world, and we work with churches around the world. We're very thankful for that. You see some information about that. We are a church that is affiliated with the Southern Baptist Convention. We, on a local level, are part of the Metro Baptist Network of Oklahoma City. And there's about 120 churches in the greater Oklahoma City area that we band together to do ministries in the Oklahoma City area, helping struggling churches, helping ethnic churches. It's amazing how many different languages are spoken in the churches, the Baptist churches in the Oklahoma City area. We're so thankful to be a part of that relationship. We also help people in great need through our ministry centers as well. And then we're also part of a larger statewide Baptist body, and that's a network of 1,700 churches known as Oklahoma Baptist. And we're very thankful to be connected to that because we do things together we could never do by ourselves, like have a university, Oklahoma Baptist University, or a youth camp like Falls Creek or Baptist Children's Homes, and on and on and on. And we're so thankful for that. Right now, we are really blessed. The leader of Metro Baptist Network OKC is Mark Walters. Dr. Mark Walters is a member of our church, so we have a unique relationship there. And then Dr. Todd Fisher is head of Oklahoma Baptist, and he's a part of our church family as well, though they're both out preaching and encouraging churches on most Sundays. And then we're also part of a nationwide Baptist body. That's the Southern Baptist Convention. There are about 46,000 churches, and we band together to do all kinds of ministries, to produce materials for Bible study, and to plant churches all over the United States and to send missionaries all over the world. And you can read more about that in the information there. And there's a QR code that will help you learn about all of those relationships and the vital work that they do. Again, we are not a local franchise of those. We partner with them. We affiliate voluntarily. And we're glad to do that. I've done that in our existence. But we don't get money from them like they send it here. We send them money so that we can do the things together that we do, that God's called us to do on a larger scale. So where does the money come from? And you see that on page 16, because several people have asked throughout the years. The simple answer is you, our members, our guests, our friends. Every penny we have to operate comes because of the generosity, the faithfulness, the tithes and offerings of the people who come to our church week after week after week. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. But that's the bare bones of our makeup. I forgot to say we have a business meeting once a quarter where all members are invited to attend, and we go over our financial record after our finance committee has looked at that, just to give you an update out of transparency. And then if we have any decisions that need to be made along the way or any special announcements, we do that at that time. And you can watch the bulletin and it'll tell you when those are coming up. That is it for our makeup, and we'll stop at this time.